Hi, namaste. So, I'd like to talk to you about people who are emotionally detached. If you're in a relationship with someone who is emotionally detached, that person can be dissociated um, from feeling. And it's very hard dealing with someone like that because they they can't reciprocate and they won't reciprocate because in their eyes, they're right and you're wrong. In with them, they don't and probably can't express emotion. So therefore, when you're expressing emotion, they get upset. Um, they don't know how to deal with you, so they pull away because you expressing emotion is just too much for them to handle and too much for them to bear. Whereas if they're expressing emotion, um, some people are extreme where they don't express emotion. It doesn't matter if um, someone died in their life, they don't express emotion. Maybe they don't cry. Maybe they don't feel. Maybe they can't relate. They can't pick that emotion up. They can't feel anything. But some people who are dissociated from their feelings, some of them do cry. Some of them barely, but they will cry. Um, what happens when that happens to them? Then all of a sudden, you have to be the one consoling them and comforting them. And at the end of the day, they're comforted, but you're not comforted because they don't know how to reciprocate that emotion. It's very difficult dealing with somebody like that because at the end of the day, if they do wrong, they expect for you to say, hey, look, I accept you. I welcome you. I embrace you. I still love you. But when you do something wrong, it is 10 times magnified. You're the worst person in the world. I'm cutting myself off from you. I don't want nothing to do with you. You're the worst person to them. They have now alienated themselves from you. They have found a way to make you out to be the worst person that they've ever come across. Um, you mean nothing to them, even after you've given to them and loved on them and showed that you appreciated them. They're not going to be able to reciprocate that. They will not be able to appreciate you, love on you. They're going to see that one thing that you did, they're going to feel like it was the worst thing. And even if you did it before, they're still going to feel like you are the worst person in the world. So everything else that you've done prior to that, every good thing that you have done, every way that you have loved on them, every way that you've shown them that you have a big heart and that you mean well, and they're not going to see that. There are people on this planet who will not work with you. They will just turn away from you. F you, I'm not working with you. Like they're not willing to humble themselves and say, hey, you know what? Let's work this out, baby. Let's just deal with this. There are people out there that will do that, but then there are some people out there who are emotionally detached where they will not work with you at all because they feel like you've now become this demon. They have demonized you. You are nothing to them. So you have to be careful with these kind of people. How I deal with these type of people, and this is me. This person, and I'm talking from experience, this person, they cut me off. Um, Knowing that I poured myself into this person was someone I was in love with and I cared for very, very deeply. Um, this person threw me away because they felt like I had done the worst thing in the world. And even after they have done several things to me, they decided that I was the one that was the bad person. They got rid of me, threw me away, wouldn't listen to me, wouldn't hear me out, nothing. And it got to a point where I just thought, okay, you know what? F it, I'm done with this, you know? And I had to just run away. I had to just rip myself away because me knowing that I'm a problem solver, I'm trying to work things out. I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying to smooth things over, mend the pieces, and um, reconcile the situation. But this person just wasn't having it. You know, like, oh my God, they just not having it. If you find that in yourself in a situation like that, if you're married to this person, it's going to be very difficult. But if you dealt with it for years, or if you've dealt with it and you've had enough, I would encourage you to just cut it off, you know, because you can't deal with a person like that. How can you? You can't reason with them. There's no logic. There's no anything where you guys can actually come together in an agreement and make things work. It's just not going to happen. Um, you're gonna find yourself alone, basically. You're gonna find yourself in a place where even though you have given, it's all null and void. It doesn't matter. So me dealing with someone like that, you learn, you grow, and you run away. That's what you do. You run away because at the end of the day, you're going to be left in your emotions. You're going to be left in your feelings. You're going to be the one hurting. You're going to be the one who just, you're not going to have nothing more to say, nothing more to give. You're going to be drained. What's the use of dealing with somebody like that? There are other people out there that will love you the right way. There are people out there who will want to work with you. They're mature mentally, they're developed, they understand, they will work with you, they will love on you and appreciate you most of all. So I had to come to that conclusion that, and that reality that there's someone out there that can love me appropriately. That when you find someone who's willing to work on themselves and you're willing to work on yourself, and you both understand that you're both human and you both have flaws, that's someone who you want to keep because they're humble enough to say, you know what, man, I messed up. And then you turn around and say, yeah, baby, I messed up too. And both of you can both say, you know what, let's just start over. Let's erase this and start over because we both messed up. And we both can just start over and we both can just, we know we can do this better. So I encourage you, don't be discouraged about letting that person go. Don't, you know, you may hurt because you've invested time into that person, but just walk away with your head up, knowing that you can do better, knowing that there's somebody who could treat you better. And if at that point you don't find that person, just do you for a while, you know, self-care. Like my whole motto right now has been, there's a song that says self-love, self-care, selfish as fuck right now. And trust me, that's my motto. Self-care, self-love, selfish as fuck right now. And it doesn't mean that you're so selfish where you're not able to attend to anyone else. It just means that you're really trying to focus on yourself, the betterment of yourself, taking care of you, your emotions, your weaknesses, and really strengthening yourself and empowering yourself, building you up, building up your self concept, and knowing who you are as a person, as an individual, and just going forward with that. You're going to cry. Okay, fine. Cry it out. But also make sure that when you cry, you don't cry yourself to the point of depression. And if you need help getting through it, get a therapist or get someone that you can talk to. I had someone that I could talk to. So just that person will, and let me just tell you, that person will make you feel like you are rotten. So it will tear down your self-esteem. They will make you feel like you are nothing. So don't give in to that. Just zone in, zone out, and focus on yourself. Run away from that person if you possibly can, but do you, and also know that you matter. Also know that just start doing you. Just develop your own world that you can have that peace within your own world. You can know that you can have peace and you can have someone that can love you the right way. That's all I have to say. If you have anything to add to this, feel free to do so. And I wanted to get on here and just pour this out because I was hurting for a long time because this person did me this way. I love this person greatly and tremendously. And sometimes some people just don't deserve the love that you give them. Sometimes you have to take that love and you have to run. And you have to know that you are worthy of that love and that you can give someone that love who is worthy. So don't pour yourself into someone that doesn't need it and don't deserve it. Okay? Namaste. God bless.